Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to today's video where I am finally doing my quarter 4 2023 planner flip through. Go me, it only took until June. It's a little bit embarrassing, but we are in the era of being kind to ourselves, and therefore it's okay that it took me an extra 6 months to finish my 2023 planner. I am really excited to bring you these spreads though. I really like the latter quarter of the year. It's always got really fun spreads, and we've got like a holiday to Italy in here and things like that, so really fun. You can watch the other 3 parts of this flip through up on my channel already if you want the kind of full scope of what I got up to in 2023 in my planner. So a few housekeeping things before we get started. This is the Tilly Journal 7x9 Functional Flexi Planner. It's the planner I've used the last few years. I have one for 2024. I have dedicated unboxing videos on my channel, so you can check those out if you want to. As we go through each of the spreads, I will be telling you where the kit is from, and I do keep stats of that so we can talk about the overall year stats at the end of this video. And I will also, if I remember, be telling you where the foil is from, but I won't be going through where every individual sticker is from because that would be really boring for us in this video. But I do unbox every single sticker I ever have bought on this channel, so you can always check out previous hauls, and I will have a link in the description to all of my favorite sticker shops, so you will be able to find that there. But if you do want to know where a specific sticker is from, please feel free to drop me a message, and if I can help, I would love to. I'm pretty sure that's all the admin, but there's one thing I'm sure I'm forgetting, and we're only going to remember as we get into the spread, so I'm just going to start. So on each of the dashboard pages, I have this calendar from the Planner Face 2022 Christmas countdown. I do PR for Planner Face, so you can use my code CAT to save 10% on your orders. And if you add my name and notes to seller, you can pick up one of the seasonal freebies. You can either select one of the 1 to 6, or you will get one at random, but they're really cute because the more you collect, the more you sort of make up towards a little mini collection. They're perfect for smaller planners, journals, etc. So definitely worth picking those up. But yeah, so these are from the Christmas countdown, and I really liked them. It was like one of my favorite products we've ever had from Anna. But obviously once the year is over, I don't really know what to do with them. So I just stuck them down in the dashboards. Okay, so let's get into October, shall we? So the first week for this planner, I'm just gonna re-sort out my admin on the side for where I'm making records of things. This is for the 2nd to the 8th of October. This is using a kit from Planner Face, no surprise. We're gonna start off strong with Planner Face, and this is using, I'm pretty sure that's hollow foil. One of the things to note with when I film is that it's going to be much more obvious to you on camera what the foil is than it is to me because of the way my lighting is. In fact, let me get a little bit more natural light in here. I don't know whether that will help me or not. But anyway, I can see that this is hollow. So this is obviously the first week of October, and I thought I would go with a sort of Halloween-y spread. I am not kind of masses into Halloween. My dad's birthday is on Halloween, so we're not big Halloween celebrators in my household. But I thought that I would kind of, I'd had this kit for a few years. This is quite old Planner Face with Art by Darcy, and I just thought I'd throw it in there. And I'm trying to think if there was, is this the week? Yeah. So we went to see a musical production of Addams Family that some of my friends were in. And there is obviously the Addams Family kit that Jess drew, but it's a really dark kit, and I don't really use scripts. So I use some, but not loads. So I didn't want to kind of use a really dark kit. So I felt this one was kind of good because it had like the TV elements, and it still kind of felt Addams Family to me. In terms of other stuff that I got up to in that week, this was a really funny day actually. So we had a really bad power cut around here. Like everything went for hours, and I was trying to have a one-to-one with Law, who works in my team. And I had to, in order to get phone signal, I had to go and sit on like the front doorstep, bearing in mind it's chucking it down with rain, on the front doorstep, because there was no signal anywhere else. And like if I shut the front door, the signal went. So I had to sit with the door open with it chucking down with rain, trying to do this one-to-one. So that was really funny. And this was when I started, well, I will have started antidepressants at some point in this, which is a whole separate conversation that I'm happy to have with anyone if it would ever be useful. I don't think there's a lot more to talk about for that week. It was a lot of sleeping and being very tired. So then the next week is the 9th to the 15th of October. This is using another kit from Plannerface, and this is using, I'm pretty sure this is rose gold. Kind of rose, but like copper rose gold rather than like SPC pink rose gold. So this one were freebies from, I don't know which sale they were from now, but it's what Anna does with sale freebies is she does tiered freebies where the more you spend, the more you get towards a bigger collection. And this was like one of my favourite sets Anna's ever done for some freebies because they're book themed, autumnal, like we couldn't ask for better. So I loved this one. I really wanted to use it. Very happy with how it came out. In terms of what we were up to in this week, we booked our honeymoon, which is very exciting. Our honeymoon is not happening immediately, even though we got married recently. But yeah, so it's still not happening for a little while. I'm not sure. We went to see Haunting in Venice, the Agatha Christie movie, which was fine. I was watching Virgin River, which I've still not finished. I was reading a book called The Midnight Village, which is a kind of like witchy romance book by Holly Martin, an author that I quite like. And I was also reading Pumpkin Spice Cafe by the author Laurie Gilmore, which is like such a good book. Like I shouldn't have enjoyed it as much as I did, but I really did. And I also finished The Kiss Curse, which is one of my favorite books of last year by Erin Sterling. So this spread was kind of perfect for that because I was doing a lot of reading and they were a lot of like witchy reads because I would have been filming for Spookopoly during this, which is like a spooky themed readathon. I do have a dedicated vlog up on my channel for that. This was a very good reading month actually. That Spookopoly really worked for me in October. Becca, who runs the readathon, used to do them in September, which just doesn't work for me. I have everyone's birthdays in September. My anniversary with Stuart, well, I don't know if we're going to celebrate it anymore because our like married anniversary is in May, but like that falls in September and stuff. So having a readathon in October, much better for me. So I actually really hope she sticks to it. Then we have the week of the 16th to the 22nd of October. This is using another kit from Plannerface, and this is using gold foil. So this was a mystery, one of our really early mysteries actually. It was maybe the July or August, I think the August original mystery. So if you don't know, I do work with Anna on the Plannerface mystery. So it's a monthly mystery where we have a different theme each month and we have different sizes of collections. We do a standard vertical, we have a mini kit, and then we also have a journaling kit, which was new for this year or last year. My brain is like not ready with it anymore, probably some point in last year. And I help come up with theme ideas and mood boards and clip art lists and all that kind of stuff, basically. It's one of the biggest privileges of my life is to work on the Plannerface mystery. But yeah, so this one was one that I had been saving for ages. And finally I was like, no, it's time. I'm going to use it. I don't really remember necessarily why. Like I was away for work a fair bit. And also like we went to a Star Wars concert. So I'm a bit confused as to why I didn't use a Star Wars kit. A little bit confused by that, really, because yeah, anyway, well, I didn't. I used this one, which is very fun. Like I really like how it came out. I've not been saying where the foil is from. I think this is Tilly foil with these little bits here in the bottom washi. The rest of it is SPC. The bougie boxes are probably Harriet Wright Designs or Rose Coloured Days. This is SPC. The bougie boxes would be Harriet, and this foil is from SPC. It's like a gold leaf one, which I'm pretty sure is in shop right now. And bougie box is probably also from Harriet. So sorry about that. There was always something I was going to forget. But yeah, we also went to see Sunset Boulevard this week, which I really loved. So it had Nicole Scherzinger from the Pussycat Dolls in it. And me and Mum were not going to go and see this. We didn't, we're a bit snobby about musicals. And I, to be honest, didn't think it was going to be very good. It's not necessarily my favourite musical ever, Sunset Boulevard. I've just noticed a giant spider. Cool. I really hate spiders. Yeah, it's hidden from me now. Okay, I could have just looked up like 2 seconds later and wouldn't have known it was there. Yeah, but somebody recommended that it was really good and we went to see it and it was amazing. One of the best things we've ever seen, so that was really fun. Yeah, and I was planning my hen do because I organised my own hen do. So I was doing a lot of hen do planning around this time, which was a whole separate thing. And then we're also in the lead up to the performances for a show that I was in November. Okay, so then for the last week for October, we're doing a full planner face month. So this is the 23rd to the 29th of October, using a kit from Planner Face and using silver foil. I really, really like how this spread came out. So I actually wasn't going to do this spread. So this is art by Kitnish Jess. If you don't know, Jess is just, she's one of life's best humans, but she's an amazing artist who draws for the planner community. And I wasn't going to use this because it creeped me out. So pathetic. Like, when Jess watches this, she's going to really laugh at me. But like, in this box here, there's a girl in this window, and I really don't like that. It's so creepy to me. But there was a double box that Anna did for this set where you could really see the girl, and that I just did not include. I was like, no. That's too far. Like, I do not like creepy things. But I think it was Anna did this spread, and I was like, oh, that's beautiful. Like, I have to do this. And the way that Anna designed this kit was actually really different to how other people did. That a lot of other people's was like purple and grey, kind of exclusive. But Anna brought in this blue, and I love it with the blue. It's so monochrome, and I love a monochrome spread. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. The foil is from Crest Press, before I forget to say, it's the Crest Press bundle. But yeah, so basically the theme of this one is like a haunted bookshop. So even though it creeps me out, it's obviously perfect for me, especially with the Spookobly readathon that I was doing. This box here, I'm pretty sure this was a Tilly PR box from when we used to have quote PR boxes. I always use a quote in the top left, so I do collect those. So I thankfully still have a bit of a stash, because we don't really do PR freebies in the same way now with Anna, but I do still have a few, and I think this one goes pretty well with the kind of purples of the kit. And I tried to be as monochrome as possible with the like doodles and stuff. I did a lot of these Coffee Monsters doodles that were in the right color scheme. We've got the odd one that doesn't really work, but yeah, I really like this one. And then this was a good fit for this week, because we went to see Ocean at the End of the Lane, which is a Neil Gaiman book that was turned into a play, which was so good. And it's quite creepy, so it kind of works with that. Were we doing anything else? We were looking at paint samples. So we had the electrician over. We, at the beginning of 2024, finally had some renovations done on that we'd been waiting about 5 years for, on our bedroom. And this was, I think we were in the process of like picking paint samples and having conversations with Sharps and things like that. So we were picking out paint swatches at this point. And then I had rehearsals, and I was finally reading Jade Legacy, because I read like 120 books, something like that, last year, but I wanted my 100th book to be Jade Legacy, because I've been waiting about 8 months to finish it. So I was like really persevering with finishing Jade Legacy at this point, so that it could be my 100th book. Okay, so let us get into November and see how much more planner face this is. So from the week of the 30th of October to the 5th of November, we have a kit from Planner Face. And we are using gold foil, and this is there's not a ton of foil in this one, but the bougie boxes are fireworks, which are from SPC, and then I've got like the odd sort of overlay of fireworks, which are also from SPC. So this was very obviously Bonfire Night, and this was again one of the first mysteries that Anna and I ever did. I'm pretty sure this was the September mystery for the first year we did it. And this is one I've actually been saving for a long time, because when Anna and I first did the mystery, one of the things that we really spoke about was wanting to do mysteries that were of themes that we hadn't really seen anywhere else. The themes, I would say, often lean UK, because the majority of Anna's customers are UK, or they lean Europe, because that's where a lot of the customers are from. And Bonfire Night, or Fireworks Night, is, you know, a pretty big celebration over here in the UK, but a lot of the artists don't live here, and so they don't typically draw for it. So it was when we kind of came up with the idea for the mystery, I really, to be honest, think that we wanted a Bonfire Night kit so badly that was partly why we started the mystery. Because it was like, well, if we came up with the mystery and we commissioned artists to draw ourselves, then we could have the kits we really want. And Bonfire Night was one of them. So I was kind of waiting for the perfect Bonfire Night to use it, and I decided it was this one. So obviously we're in that funny time in the next few years where Halloween and Bonfire Night are in the same week, and so a lot of people would obviously use a Halloween kit, which is totally fine. But as I've mentioned, I don't really celebrate Halloween, and particularly because Halloween is my dad's birthday, I don't really feel a need to use a Halloween kit anyway. So, and bonfire night is more important to me than Halloween. Bonfire night is like one of my favourite days of the year. Like if we don't go to fireworks, I get like quite upset about it. Like I really, really love fireworks. It's one of these things that is just really, really special to me. So, yeah, I am really glad that I use this. It's like a perfect one, because we went to the fireworks in St Albans, which are a really, really big affair. They have like food stalls and things like that, so it was kind of perfect. And this was the last fireworks before one of our friends has moved, one of our, like in our best friend group, and one of our best friends has moved countries, so it would have been like the last fireworks night that we went to with him. So really nice to mark it in that way. Yeah, but so that's why I used some Halloween kits like earlier in the year. In terms of what we got up to, I, to be honest, don't think there was a lot. I finished Jade Legacy, so marked my 100 books. As I say, we went to St Albans fireworks, and then we're the week before my show. Okay, so on the Sunday we had like Get In, which is where you get into the theatre and you set up all the stage and things like that. We had Band Call, which is where you first hear the songs with the band. It's always really cool for that. And then we had tech rehearsal, and yeah, I wrote So Tired, and I really was tired. I was very, very tired, because it's always a busy time at work around this point, and then to do like bonfire night and do this would have been like a, I don't know, 15-hour day or something. So yeah, quite a lot there. Okay, so this is a really fun one. So this is the 6th to the 12th of November. This is using a kit from Laura's Sticker Co, and it is using gold and like champagne lights mixed metal. I think I'm just going to put it as gold. Have I been marking? Oh no, I have been marking champagne lights. Okay, we will mark it as both then on my spreadsheet. So this was the week that I performed in my show. So the show we did was Company by Stephen Sondheim. Stephen Sondheim is my favourite musicals composer. And Company for a lot of people is a dream show. It wasn't a dream show for me, but my friend was part of the production team for it, and she was like, look, come and join. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ready to get back into doing a show. But I did go to all the pre-meets, and then I ended up auditioning, and then I ended up getting cast, and it's one of the most fun parts I've ever played. So a brief description of the show. I appreciate most of you are not musicals people, but a brief description is a guy called Bobby, and it's his 35th birthday, and it's kind of a series of these mini sketches with all his different friendship groups about them wanting him to settle down, and him dealing with the complexity of like, okay, why don't I want to settle down, and what's going on here. And it's not a show that's aged particularly well. It was written in the 70s, and you know, a lot of people haven't settled down by 35, so it hasn't aged that well in that sense. But the director that we had did a really good job of bringing it into the modern day, and it was like an amazing visual show to be part of. And the part that I played is Marta, who is like one of 3 girlfriends that Bobby has, and she is obsessed with New York. We've got to the point of what I was trying to say. She's obsessed with New York, and she's like a kind of ridiculous level New Yorker, and she's really funny and spiky, and just she has this like amazing song about how much she loves New York. And I've played a lot of parts. So you have a musical theatre degree, I've done a lot of shows. Marta's a really fun one. She's like, I got to wear my hair in space buns and wear like orange parachute pants, you know. She's just was really fun. And the rehearsal process was not always fun. It was a lot of work. It was a really long rehearsal process, and it's a complex show, but show week was really fun. So I wanted to use a kit that screamed Marta, and Marta would 100% wear this orange jacket, like all of my outfit. Like, so each of us were given a colour within the show, and Marta's was orange. So this kit is perfect because it's so orange, and she would definitely wear like boots like this and stuff. Like, she's a really kind of, yeah, funny, spiky person. And this kit being like a kind of autumnal New York kit, I think makes it even more perfect for Marta. So yeah, I'm really glad that I used this one, because I have a lot of New York kits, and me and Stuart would really love to go to New York. He's never been, so we would love to go. It's just figuring out when we would ever fit that in, and I don't think it's realistic that we will, to be honest, for a long time. But I think that, you know, so I was like, okay, well, I have all these kits to use, when can I use them? And this was kind of perfect. And this box, I think this might have been another Tilly PR quote, which is make every day a little less ordinary, which is so Marta. So the kit is from Laura Sticker Co., who is not a shop that I particularly shop from, but I won some shop credit. And this was the kit that I bought because I'd never seen this art before. So I wanted to make sure I was like being sensible with like what I was, you know, what I was using my credit on. But because it's not a kit format that I particularly use, to be honest, a lot of this kit is planner face. So these headers this is leftovers from a different kit, which I have yet to show you, which is planner face, and the glitter headers are planner face, and a lot of the functional boxes are planner face. So I'm very, you know, I have a lot of planner face leftovers, and it's very useful for ones like this. I'm so sorry. I, for some reason, have like come out in a cold this morning. It's really bad timing when filming. In terms of other things that I was up to, I got lost on a walk. That's so embarrassing. I think I was just trying to walk to town and went the wrong way. And Stuart was away this week. Yes. So it was like kind of hard to do this show while, you know, your biggest support person is like in Bulgaria. It's like phone calls with him, but he did make it back for the show, which was amazing. And he bought me the most amazing bunch of flowers I have ever received. What they were, oh my word, absolutely amazing, very lucky. I got back from this performance on the Tuesday because it was a bit of a weird show week because it was a long show week. It started from Tuesday, and when you're in a show, obviously you're doing it for the buzz of the performance, but I had possibly just started my antidepressants by this point. I'm not sure if I've marked that, but I felt dead inside when I started them. So I don't think I could even enjoy like the buzz of the show. And that was a really weird feeling for me. But also Stuart wasn't here, which meant I was like getting myself back home from performances because I still don't drive. And that was like a weird feeling to like come out of a show, not know anybody in the audience, and then just go home. And like, this is the first time I've done a show that's not really where all of my friends live. So normally when I am in shows, you know people in the audience, I know a lot of my friends, families, etc. So you've always got people watching you. But in this one, I didn't have anybody watching until possibly Friday, actually. And that was a really weird feeling to do all of these performances. And my parents couldn't make one of them. They were meant to come. I don't know if I marked that here, but my parents' car broke down. So like I was getting ready for the show, like putting my makeup on, and got a call from my mum being like, we're not going to make it. So yeah, it was an odd show week in that way, but it was still a really fun show. I also got approved for going down to 4 days a week. That's been life-changing for me. So as part of therapy last year, it became increasingly obvious without talking too much about it, but I was diagnosed with like quite extreme burnout, amongst other things. And my therapist kind of says to me after a few months of seeing her, like, have you thought about being 4 days a week at work? And I had very much thought about being 4 days a week at work a lot. And I'd been thinking about it for most of last year, but when I'd kind of mentioned it to Stuart, it always kind of sounded a bit like a joke. And it hadn't maybe sounded like I was completely serious. And then I really didn't ever think work would approve it. And my therapist was like, I have Mondays off. It's been really life-changing for me. And I get like really extreme Sunday scaries. So I was like, okay, maybe this is what I need. And I would never have asked for it until something happened at work, which is not great. And I like exploded at my manager and then put in my request for 4 days and it got approved. So yeah, it's been really good for me. It doesn't always work. In like this week just gone, I had to move my non-working day and it's really hard when I have to work Mondays, but I'm glad. Anyway, I've talked a lot about this spread, not much more to say, but yeah, really happy with this one. So then we have the week of the 13th to the 19th of November using another kit from Planner Face, and that other foil was from SPC, I don't know if I said. So this is also using gold foil. It's very controversial for me to use the same foil 2 weeks in a row. I do try not to do it, but this one is like gold and gold sparkle, so it's a little bit different, you know. It's like, it's fine, it's different. And this foil is from Caress Press. It's like this leopard print bundle, and I felt it went really well with this one. Also, for your reference, this box from this kit. So this is a really fun one as well, because this is the week that we went to Durham for something called Lumiere, which is a big light installation project that happens throughout the city, and it happens every 2 years. The Stuart's family are from around there, so it's obviously a chance for us to hang out with them, and it's really cool. I think it's gotten worse, to be honest, over the years. I think, have we only been twice? I'm probably being super judgy, but I don't think it's as good as it used to be now. And that was a little bit annoying because I had all my family come up, as in my family. So like my parents, my brother and his partner came up to Durham for this year's Lumiere, and we still had a really nice time because it was like all of the family getting together, and it was like with Stuart's family as well, and that was really nice before we got married. But I was like, I've dragged you all the way up the country for something that I don't think is as good, but the spread is really fun. In terms of what was getting up to, still a lot of reading, which is nice to see because I'm in a bit of a weird reading slump at the moment. And yeah, in terms of what we got up to, so I did extend a box a couple of dates with the weekend, but they have a really good board game shop in Durham. They also have 2 Waterstones, which is amazing. So we did, a bit of shopping and stuff, and then just marking a few things related to that, really. And this is art by Lavi, and it's so cute. I really, really like this spread. I think it's really different, and we've got like a couple of cameras and stuff, and because it's so yellow, I felt like that really worked with the sort of light elements, but also it's got this coffee van, and a lot of Lumiere is like food vans and things. So yeah, I thought it was a really good one for that. Then we have the week of the 20th to the 26th. Sorry, the extended boxes are getting stuck, of November. This is obviously using a kit from Planner Face, and this is using, I'll just mark blue, but it's the ice blue foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. I'm obsessed with this one. So this was one of our mysteries from last year with art by Becca Hollins, and Becca did such a good job with this art. Like it's so pretty. And I don't remember which of me or Anna had the idea initially for this one, but Anna had a lot of ideas for this one, and Becca's really creative as well. So Becca came up with some of it, and it's just like, I don't think I would have added in the light blue colour. Like that was definitely Anna and Becca that did that, and it looks amazing. Like I love that they did it. It looks so good. We've got a little Ari here in the bottom, and the ice blue foil was perfect. I think if I hadn't have used blue foil, I would have used silver, but I love the blue. It keeps the kit so monochrome, which, as we said, I love. Yeah, I just love it. This one, was this mine? Probably one of my PR freebies, Fairy Lights on Winter Nights. I feel like that goes really well. Yeah, I just love it. So this, I think, is Thanksgiving week, but don't celebrate Thanksgiving here in the UK, so just went for like generic autumnal, and I'm just so glad we used it. In terms of what we got up to, so it looks like I was ill the whole week. That would have been overdoing it. I was reading Check and Mate, which is the Ali Hazelwood YA, which I really enjoyed, but I was up until 2 a.m. doing that. Not so good. Like blood tests and stuff. I was reading Spanish Love Deception, which I really enjoyed. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. We went to the Illegal Eagles, which is like an Illegals cover band. They were really good, actually. Stuart's a really big fan of the Eagles, but the cover band were really good. And then I was reading Window Shopping, which is a novella by Tessa Bailey, which is amazing. I actually think it's my favourite Tessa Bailey, even over the other books that I've read, and I really like Tessa Bailey generally. So yeah, don't have much else to say about that one. And then we have the week of the 27th of November to the 3rd of December, using a kit from Planner Face and using gold foil from Caress Press. It's a sort of like Christmassy bundle, and I felt it was perfect. I love this one. So this is the week that I finally got to go to Christmas at Kew Gardens, which is this like amazing Christmas installation at Kew. And it's, if you can probably tell through this, but like, so I really actually don't like the like quarter 4 of the year. I don't like the dark. I suffer from really bad SAD. I don't like the short nights. I like the short days. I don't like the dark, but I love Christmas lights and winter lights, and anything like that I will like cram my schedule in with stuff like that to do. And Christmas at Kew has been like a dream thing for me to go to for many years, and I had the best time. It was amazing. It was like Christmas lights on steroids. Like it was so good. And we went for dinner there, and the dinner was so lovely in the restaurant. Yeah, it was just such a really lovely experience for me. We went with my parents. I'm hoping we can go again this year, but I actually booked these tickets like a year before, and I think it probably would have sold out now, which will be a real shame. But like, I think it was really cold when we went, and my dad and Stuart were like, I cannot walk around this cold again. Whereas I'm like, it just doesn't bother me. The cold is not what bothers me at that time of year. So yeah, I love this, and this spread is art by Digiberry. That is, I'm pretty sure, Christmas at Kew inspired. So when this art came out, I have been saving this for like 2 years to use for when I went to Christmas at Kew. And typical, it falled in a week where we went to an afternoon tea at the Shard. That was like, I think Stuart bought me that for my anniversary. So I'd never been up the Shard. So we went for a view up the Shard, and then we went for this Peter Pan themed afternoon tea, which was really fun. And then I, like without thinking, for his anniversary present, or for his birthday present actually, bought him tickets to see Peter Pan That Goes Wrong, which is a play, really, really good, on the same day. So we had an entirely Peter Pan themed day. And if this had then fallen in any other week, I could have used the Peter Pan kit. So it's a little bit of a shame that it all fell in the same week. I usually try not to do that, to be honest, for the sake of my planner, but it's the way it fell. But yeah, I had to use this one because I was like, if we don't ever go to Christmas at Kew again, I need it to have been like, I need to have used it. And yeah, so perfect. I love it so much. So, and we do have an extender here. Oh, I passed my theory test that week. Oh, cool. It's like, oh, that's what's written in there. So yeah, I passed my theory then. Yeah, decorator didn't turn up. Our decorating journey has been a real thing. Have we got a box there? Oh yeah, we've got a box there as well. Yeah, dinner at the Brasserie, which is so nice. And then we had Christmas at our friend Tom's. So again, we'll be the last Christmas with our friend Anders before he moved. So yeah, that was oh, we've also got Sunset Boulevard then. I actually think the other Sunset Boulevard I mentioned was a local production of Sunset Boulevard, and this was the Nicole Scherzinger version. We saw a lot of Sunset Boulevard. Like, yeah, this would have been the Nicole Scherzinger one. God, this was a busy week. It was the Bake Off finale. I saw some of my friends. Yeah, this was a busy... yeah, I've written so tired, and I'm not surprised. That would have been me overdoing it. Okay, last quarter, friends. So this is December. We're getting to the chunky point of my planner now where... So I use the small coils of Tilly's planner. She does have big coils as well, but I use the small ones. I just don't like the look of big coils, really. But when you get to the end of a planner, it's a bit chunky. So... we have the week of the 4th to the 10th of December. This is using a kit by SPC, a little bit mix it up. And this is using silver foil from, I would think, also SPC. So this is a Harry Potter themed art set. I do not support JK Rowling and her transphobe thoughts, but I am still a fan of Harry Potter. I've spoken about it a bit on the channel before. But I had this kit from SPC, and I used this because I went to see Cursed Child with my parents. So I took them for my dad's birthday present, I think. So I went to see part 1 and part 2 on the Wednesday, and I love Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. The story is kind of trash, but the production value of the show is amazing. And I was choosing between this one and I think it's called Accio Christmas, which is another SPC Christmas kit that I haven't used. And I decided to go for this one because it's based on the 4th one on Goblet of Fire. And that does come into play without spoiling Cursed Child for you if you've not read it or seen it. But it does have elements that link to the Goblet of Fire. So I felt like going for this one was the right choice. And yeah, I really like this one. It's really different because I think probably all the rest of the kits for December are kind of typical Christmas colours, so nice to do something a bit different. We've got the extender box here. So this was actually when we flew to Rome. So Stuart and I had like a couple of holidays that were bucket list holidays before moving into the next phase of our lives, like before we get married and stuff. And mine was the cruise that we went on in May, so you can check that out in my quarter 2 video. And Rome was Stuart's. And we decided to go in December because it's a lot cheaper to go in December. It's a lot cooler and it's a lot less busy. And honestly, I would really recommend Rome in December. It was busy, but nowhere near what it can be like. We could easily get on stuff. The weather was mostly good. We had a really rainy day in Florence, but in the main, it was really nice. And me and Stuart are not hot weather people. If you're a hot weather person, it's maybe not a good recommendation, but we're not. So having to like travel around with our coats is no big deal. I don't even think we necessarily even needed our coats most days. And yeah, it was really, really nice experience. So yeah, we flew out on the Saturday. Stuart also has like air miles that he can use for BA, so we did get to use the business lounge, which I've never done before. So I was obsessed. They had these mini pies. I just really liked it. And then on the flight we got given a roast dinner. I was like, what a day. And then we landed in Rome and we checked into our hotel, which was really lovely. Then we had some dinner, there was some live jazz, and then Stuart's a really big like he is a what's the word, like he's a big, not tourist, but like he wants to do all of the key things. He wants to see everything. If he's going to go somewhere, he wants a really full-on holiday. It's like you need another holiday after being on holiday with Stuart. So we did a lot of really, really long days where we would get up like before breakfast was even served at our hotel, be out the door, and be waiting for a coach at like 6:30 on like a different part of Rome. But yeah, this was the day we got up really early. We went by the Trevi Fountain and the Spanish Steps. Then we went to the Colosseum, the Forum. I'm pretty sure there was a cat at one of them, so that's why I used the cat. I didn't really have enough stickers to mark the Rome holiday. Went to the Pantheon. There was a Christmas market. That was also like one of like Stuart's selling points to me of going in December. And the Christmas market was kind of rubbish, to be honest. But got a crepe, which is like my preferred sweet treat. And yeah, I was just marking some things there. So yeah, that was kind of why it's like a bit of a random week in that sense. And also this 3 weeks to go sticker from Plan a Face does not go with this spread at all, but it's fine. Then we have the week we were in Italy. So the week of the 11th to the 17th of December, using a kit from Plan a Face. And I'm pretty sure, oh, that's rose gold foil. Rose gold foil from, though these little tinies are from Tilly. And that's like a lot of what we use. We've not really got overlays going on here. And then the underlays would, I expect, to be Harriet. So Jess hadn't released the Italy art by the time I laid down this spread. So Kitnish Jess released what, to be honest, is the perfect art for my Italy trip. And when Jess released it, I was like, I literally messaged Anna being like, do I rip up my whole spread and relay it? Because what is frustrating is that I finished this planner really late. But I did this spread quite soon after the holiday. If I hadn't have done, I would have still had time to do it after Jess released the Italy art. So it's a bit annoying, but it's fine. I still love you, Jess. And I will still get the Italy art, because Anna was like, I'm sure you'll just have to go back. And the thing is, I think it probably is somewhere that at some point we will go back. So it's fine. It's just, it was so perfect to our trip because it included like, I don't know if it was Positano, but it includes like somewhere like Positano, like a coastal town. I was like, oh, it's like, it's literally our trip. But anyway, but this is art by Milk and Berries Dinda, which is, I still think is very Italian. I actually don't think it's based on Italy. I think it's based on Greece or somewhere, but I still really like it. I think it still screams Italy, and it looks a lot like our hotel, so that's why I like it. Like we had like these kinds of steps up to our hotel. It's got some lemons, which kind of represents like Sicily and stuff. So yeah, I'm fine. It's got some gelato. Yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, so we have a lot of extenders in this one, because if I'm gonna go on a holiday, I want to mark everything. So it's, yeah, I really have tried to cover everything. So Monday we did Pompeii, which it's a really emotional thing to see Pompeii. We went to a limoncello factory, and then we went to Positano. This was a really long coach trip day, which they did both things in one day. And yeah, but there was so much traffic back. We got back so late, and it was like we'd been up since probably 5:45 or something, so I was not very happy about that. On Tuesday we got another coach. We went to Montepulciano. We went on a tour around the town, but there was, the town is like, the town I think looks a lot like this spread, but the Montepulciano is like kind of a town on a hill. And Tuesday is their delivery day. There's so much traffic. Like while we were on the tour, we had to stop for cars like every 2 seconds. So it was like funny enough that I had to mention it. We went on a wine tour. I don't drink, but we went on a wine tour and had lunch and stuff there. And then Sharps called me while I was there, despite the fact, so we had a lot of issues with our wardrobes from Sharps look amazing, but we did have various issues on that journey. And I had specifically said to them, so I think was the week before where they really screwed up. Yeah, it was. So basically Sharps completely mismeasured our room. And apparently this is really not normal. I've never had anything else done by Sharps, but apparently it is really, really rare that this happens. But they completely mismeasured our room. So they were like, the guy was in there installing it the whole day, and I think Stuart was at work, and then he came to get me and he was like, yeah, so this actually won't fit in your room. Left it there because they kind of contract out people. And then Sharps had to come back the next day to redesign the whole room with us. So that was joyous. I am grateful for it now because we'd had it with a corner piece in, and I really actually didn't want the corner piece, but Stuart was insistent the corner piece would be better. And it was really obvious with the corner piece up. Obviously it was mismeasured, but it was really obvious with the corner piece up that it was too much. So we had the luxury of being able to be like, remove the corner. So it's not the end of the world. It felt like it at the time though. But yeah, but I'd specifically said to them that I was not going to be around in this week for them to speak to me, and they still called me. And I was like, I'm literally in Italy. Like, you're the ones that screwed up. Please get off the phone. I was not like that. I didn't say any of that. Typical me. Anyway, we walked around Piazza, is that how you say that? Went back to Rome. I was reading a book, like a romance book set in Rome. Then we went to Florence on the Wednesday, which was really cool. Like, we got to see the statue of David and things like that. We really liked Florence. And we went to a really, really nice dinner place. And the guy was so lovely. We were the only people in there because it was probably about 5, like a bit, like they eat dinner late in Italy. And the guy was so friendly, and Stuart was like trying to pick between this pizza and a pasta. And he was like, I don't think you need both things. But then he made us like this kind of garlic bread version of it for free. He was just so lovely. So I wrote a Google review for them because I was like, I want to do something nice back. That Google review has had over 5,000 views. So I really hope it's done good for him. I really hope it's brought him the business he deserves, because like, what a lovely guy. So yeah, that was Wednesday. And then Thursday we went to the Vatican and St. Peter's Basilica and things. Castel St. Angelo was a big tourist day. But more importantly, they had a bookshop at the Termini station that was really good and had a lot of English books. And then had some dinner packed and stuff. And then on Friday, we went to Villa Borghese, went to yet another gallery, but they had a Tolkien exhibition there, which was really, really good. It was really in-depth. And then we flew home, and I was very emotional by the time we got home. Like, you can kind of see in this run, like, it was so intense for me. I was like starting meds. I was just about to go down to 4 days a week. I was coming to an end of therapy. And you can see it in the emotions in my planner around here. And I was very emotional because we just missed an Elizabeth line when we landed at Heathrow. And I was like devastated about it. Anyway, so I was still feeling low on Saturday, but it was PlayStation Access, are like one of my favorite YouTube channels, even though I'm not really a gamer. But they do this amazing Christmas Maze series and a lot of Christmas content. So we started to watch that. And then for some bizarre reason, despite having been very tired, I decided to tidy and clean. We put the Christmas tree up, wrapped presents and stuff, and then Emma came over and we did our yearly Christmas movie day. We've done this even during COVID. We did it. We've probably done it for like 6 years. And we try and pick the sort of trashiest Christmas movies available to us on the various streaming platforms, and we just sit and do our planner the whole day. So that was really fun. But we didn't actually watch really crappy ones, because we watched Noel, which is actually really good. I don't remember any of these though, which is a shame, but that was what we did on that day. So then we have the week of the 18th to the 24th of December, using a kit from Plannerface and using red foil, which is very different for me. So this was such a fun spread. This is art by Stick. I can never remember Nina's shop name. Stick with me. No, it's not that. It's something like that. Anyway, apologies, Nina. But Nina is a lovely person, beautiful art that she draws, obviously. And I actually wasn't going to do this spread. When the art was released, this was like the Christmas art that everyone was obsessed with this year. This is what a lot of people use for their Christmas week. And I wasn't going to use it. But and I don't know why that is, because like looking at it now, it's like I love it, you know. So I don't know why I wasn't gonna use it, but I then saw the error of my ways and made Anna restock it for me so that I could buy it. And I used it for this week because, so me and my dad have a tradition every year that we watch the film Meet Me in St. Louis, which is not necessarily a Christmas movie, but has a Christmas section and has Judy Garland singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which is the best Christmas song ever done. And it's, me and my dad have watched this every year for like 10 to 15 years, right? It's a thing. And it was on at the BFI, so we like to see it on a big screen where we can, so we went to see it. And I think that this kit really screams Meet Me in St. Louis, because they have this like big townhouse on Kensington Avenue. I was like trying to think, they say the street in the song, and they play the piano, and it's about that, you know, the Christmas is kind of towards the end of the film where like things get resolved, and so I felt this kit was perfect for that. What day did we go and see Meet Me in St. Louis? Is it here? Yeah, on the Saturday. So it was actually chaos going to see it because the trains just were rubbish. They just got stuck, and I was actually a little bit late, but thankfully it's a film I've seen a million times, so I didn't miss anything. And then on the Sunday, oh wow, it was Christmas Eve already. We're already at Christmas. And so yeah, on the Sunday we ate a lot of picky bits. I like marked that twice, and it's not even a phrase I like, but Emma calls them picky bits. Wrapped presents. We played some Imperial Assault, which is a Star Wars board game, but I was feeling very tired by then. And yeah, we went to some lights that are like kind of in my hometown, some more Christmassy lights. I got discharged from therapy. That sticker's kind of perfect for that Malika sent me. Yeah, I really like all the stickers I use. Like I used a lot of these like Christmassy stick with the plan squidge stickers, which I really like. And PlayStation Access has started the Christmas maze by then, which like really is like peak Christmas for me. I really love the Christmas maze. So yeah, and then these countdown stickers now look perfect from Plannerface. You know, they really match this spread, even though they didn't match some of the other ones. Did I mark one? Oh yeah, I used one there as well. And that goes, I didn't even tell, so that one looks fine. And then the final, that red foil will have been SPC, by the way. And then the final week for this planner, being very satisfying because it ends on the 31st, is the 25th to the 31st of December, using yet another kit from Plannerface. And this is using gold foil from Crest Press. I think it's called the Jingle Foil Bundle. So I decided to use this one. So Anna brought this kit out in Christmas in July last year, and this is Stuart in a box. Right, if you know what my husband looks like, this is what Stuart looks like. And this could definitely be me. I would definitely wear this outfit. I felt like this one really represented Stuart's mum, and so yeah, I decided to use this one because it just, yeah, it's like, it's my Christmas. So this one, we did Christmas here at our house. So we alternate Christmases between here and Stuart's parents. So we did Christmas here, and we cooked Christmas dinner, which is really nice. It's nice to give back to my mum, who cooked, you know, a million Christmas dinners. It's nice to do it for her. And Christmas with my parents is quite different to Christmas with Stuart's parents, because it's a lot quieter. There's only 4 of us that do it, and we open presents like one by one. And an Instagram reel came up the other day where it was like, oh, when you marry into a family of people that open presents individually. And I was like, oh, is that how it feels for Stuart? Because to me, I don't know any different, right? That's how we've always done it. So opening presents for us is like a several hour affair. So there's a lot of that. And then my dad's friend does this tagline quiz where he will like record films over the whole year and records what their tagline are, and then mixes them up into a quiz for us to try and resolve. It's always really fun. We've done that every year for a long time. So me and my dad were working on that. We watched Christmas Carol Goes Wrong, had some turkey sandwiches and stuff. And then on Boxing Day, we drove up to Newcastle to spend it with Stuart's family. And Christmas with Stuart's family is like totally different. It is busy and big, and Stuart's family are vibrant, and there's just so many of them, but it's amazing. It's so different to my Christmas experiences, and I love having both. And Stuart's family are, I mean, obviously they're my family now, which is great, but they are amazing and so welcoming, and it's always really lovely to see them. So we were seeing them on Boxing Day. Then on the 27th, did we go and see? Oh no, we went to see some of our friends on the Thursday. So Wednesday was the day I bought my Michael Kors bag. I really wanted to treat myself after a heck of a year to like well, Stuart's mum bought me the most amazing bag I've ever had, which is, it's a Ted Baker bag. It's about this big and it fits so much in it, and it's like a proper grown-up girl bag. And I was like, this is such an amazing present. And so I then was like, okay, but I want a bigger handbag as well. Like, it would be really nice to have both. And my Ted Baker bag fits kind of perfectly to move around bags. So I bought myself a Michael Kors bag on like a major sale. And it was like the first time I've ever bought myself like a grown-up bag like that. I have a lot of really nice bags, but none of them are like grown-up bags. So yeah, this was me like buying my Michael Kors bag and stuff like that. And then, yeah, we went to see our friends, Kim and Tom, on the Thursday, and had like some dinner. And we went to this place called Hustlers, which is like a snooker pool, I think, club, but all the pool tables were taken. So we did this like quiz thing in the corner, which was really fun. Then on the Friday, we drove home watching Christmas Maze. We bought wedding suits because so we bought all of our suits in January, in Boxing Day January sales. So that's my recommendation for you. If you happen to be watching this and want some wedding tips on how to save money, buy your suits from somewhere like Suit Direct in the sale, because whilst the suits were still not cheap, the waistcoats were like a tenner of the suits that we bought. And not everybody would buy suits for weddings, but ours were like a very specific shade of grey that we went with, rather than like navy or something that people would already have. So we did buy suits for like our dads and for our wedding party, but we were like very specifically waiting for the sales to do that. And then I would also recommend you buy your bridesmaids dresses from Vinted. Don't buy them new. Like, so many people sell bridesmaids dresses on Vinted that are new with tags, where they've like bought multiple ones, or they will have worn them once or whatever. So personally, that's how I would choose to save money now on reflection. But yeah, so this is when we were buying suits, which was a whole big thing, buying the suits. We were buying like 8 suits, so it was a lot to think about. And then I started work on my book journal, which I've very much fallen off the wagon with, which is a shame, because I was like obsessed with wanting to do my bullet journal, but it happens. Christmas Maze finale, gutted. And then we spent New Year's at our friend Tom's. So we were like, well, me and Natalie, Tom's partner, so Natalie is a planner person, so we were like working on book journal. I think we were working on book journal. She was working on her bujo and I was working on my book journal. And then we like had some food. Tom's like love language is food, like giving food to people, so he always makes way too much food. And then we like watched the New Year's fireworks, and then the guys wanted to play games, and I like went back to doing my planner, I think, because I'm not massively into it was just like Jackbox and stuff. I like watching that sort of game, but I don't really like playing them. So they were doing that and I was working some more on my journal, and I didn't realize how long we were like planning to go on to, and so at like 1:45 I was like, guys, I really need to go home. Like I can't. I'm too old for this. And they still went till like 3 a.m. So it was kind of mad. But yeah, but really fun. So that's the end. I love that we ended on the 31st. So let's do some stats. So this was a really planner face heavy quarter, which I think it always is. It was 11 planner face kits, 1 Laura sticker cone, 1 SPC. So I hope you're proud, Anna. For foil, we had quite a varied mix really. So 1 hollow, 1 champagne lights, 1 blue, 1 red, 2 rose gold, 2 silver, and then 6 gold. And I do often say that gold is, well, silver's maybe my favourite foil now, but it definitely always used to be gold. So now we have to go through the pain, because you guys seem to like it. I've noticed from the comments about the pain of me picking a favourite spread for each month. So I pick a favourite for each month, even though I don't like choosing between my babies. So for October, I think it would be this one. I love the monochrome nature. I just think it's so, yeah, I just really like it. I really like everything that happened with this one. For November, no, I don't want to choose. I don't want to choose. I think this one, because again, it's really monochrome, it's really different. I've not done a spread in these colours before, and I really like how that one came out. And then for December, I mean, I really like the Italy week. I think the Italy week, because I like, again, the pastel tones, and I think it's a really fun one. And I think just like a really good job with like all the extras and using like every box that was available and stuff, you know. So I think probably that one. But I really love this one as well. So it's hard to choose. Anyway, so I'm just going to do some tallying up because we're at the year stats now. So I'm just going to do some brief, she says, having been filming for, I can't even see how long I've been filming for. But I'm now going to do some tallying up for the whole overall year so I can give you my yearly stats. Okay, the results are in. So in terms of foil, I had 1 taupe, and then we get up to the 2s. So I had 2 lavender hollow, 2 blue, 2 red, 2 champagne lights. I had 3 pink, 4 sparkly hollow, 5 matte bronze, 7 hollow, 8 rose gold, 8 silver, and 14 gold. So gold definitely took the win by far this year. And then for kits, I have, you can tell I have favourites. So 1 Laura Sticker Co, 1 Sticky Essentials, 1 Caress Press, 1 Happy Sticker Co, 1 Glam Planner, 1 Pink Diamond Planner Co, 2 Whimsical Plans, 2 Paper Shire, then 11 SPC, and then 27 Planner Face. Anna's my bestie, what can I say? But yeah, I think in the main, I'm really happy with my 2023 planner. I think I did a lot of spreads that I've been saving for a while that I was really, really happy to do. So really exciting. But I'm really ready for my 2024 planner now. I've actually already done a couple of the spreads. I hope you're all proud of me. And I guess the news is out now that Anna did a mystery based on my wedding. So I cannot wait to show you that spread. I will try and do a plan with me for that one, because a few people have asked me to do it, so we'll try and specifically do that for that one. But yeah, I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for bearing with me, as it took me a little while to get through this planner, but hopefully you can understand. It's been a bit of a year in 2024 so far, but I really hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, I would really appreciate a like, and if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe. In the description, as I said, I will have a link to all my favourite shops down there, so do check that out if you're interested in where stuff is from. I will have a link to my Instagram and my Goodreads if you want to check out any more content from me as well. Otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.